Hello there, soulmates. Welcome to the Honest Academy. My name is Justice. Welcome. So, in this class, we're going to be cutting an off-shoulder circle dress. You can call it a diagonal dress because it's not a full circle and it's not a complete half circle. So that's because the fabric is not enough. So while folding this into two first, I had to fold it in such a way that one part is longer than the other. They are not equal. That is because I wanted the lower part to be wide, so the part that shifts inside is the part that will form the lower part. This is just a method I devised when you have a small amount of fabric, depending on the kind of flay that you want. So this is how I'm going to be folding it into four again, like this. If I'm to fold it exactly the way half circle should be, it might not give me exactly what I want. So I had to do it in a diagonal form. I didn't keep it straight. You can see that it is in a slanted form. I'm just trying to adjust it properly to suit what I want. You can see that this is a diagonal fold. All right. So what I will do is to look behind and see the area I have shortage, so that my line is going to start just below there. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm still adjusting to give it that good look because I want the flay to come out. I want it to flay. I don't want it to be close to my body. Okay, so I need to make it wider than usual, but in a sense that it is not a full circle because of the small amount of fabric. So I'm looking behind to see the line, the lowest line I have with the fabric, so that I will know where to mark the shoulder line of my dress. I'm inserting a pin there since I did not put it on a straight line. I'm inserting a pin to know where to mark. So you might choose to do this so that you don't have shortage after cutting on your fabric. Okay, so I'm going to rule a straight line there. You can also use this method when you want to do an A line, but rather than allowing the flay to concentrate only on two sides, you can share it this way so that each part will have um, some fullness. And I think that will make it look better than just having it by the two sides. So where I've marked is my shoulder line, and that will be my neckline too. So what I'm going to do is to take my neck um, depth, the how deep I want the neckline to be. I'm using -5. Okay, this is an off shoulder dress, so I'm using -5. That is how deep I want the neckline to be. You can choose -6, -7, -4, depending on how high or high deep or how deep you want it. So from that -5, I'm going to take to my bust, to my waist, to my hip. You know, this does not need all of this measurement, but I just want to know where those things are. If you're also cutting a normal off shoulder like this is the method you can use. If you're using a free hand, this method also works well for you. I have a video on how to cut off shoulder blouse using this method, and it comes out very beautiful. Okay, so I'm also looking behind to see where I'm going to mark the length of my dress so that I will not have any shortage after cutting. So I'm going to place my tape where it is and take it round. Okay, so that I will mark it in form of a circle, so that one part will not be longer than the other. I know you're enjoying my so that. I don't even know when I say those things. So that everything will come out very fine. So that is what I'm doing. I'm still saying so that. Okay, as you can see, that is what I'm doing, marking it round like a circle below, so that the flame will be all concentrated, all shared, not concentrated, shared equally. Okay, so The next part is to mark the width of my neckline. Okay, doing this, I have to measure around my shoulder because the roundness of my shoulder is 42. Now 42 divided by 4 will give me 10.5. Here I'm marking 6, right? And wherever the 6 stops, that is where my armhole will begin. So the remaining excuse me, the remaining 4.5 will serve as the sleeve circumference. I hope you get it. Okay, that's good. So we're marking the armhole from there. Now to get the depth of the armhole, you still need to take that off 5 inches, and then I was using the depth of 4. That is 9 inches altogether. 9 minus 5, that will be 4, and that is the depth of the armhole that is used there. So, what are we writing in this paper? We're writing our shoulder measurements, round shoulder, which is 42, divided by 4, and that is 10.5. So, we're using 6, yes, 6 for the neck width. Okay, so the remaining will go to the sleeve to complete the round shoulder. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. If you don't get it, please try to get it. I don't want you to forget it. Okay. So the ministry is moving. This is a kind of dress that you can make and finish in 15 minutes. Seriously. You can finish this dress in 15 minutes. Now imagine that you're selling it to somebody. You can finish 20 of this in one day and look as if nothing happened. So I'm bringing down the neckline by 1 inch. I just want it to have a little curve at the center front. Okay, I'm giving it a little curve at the center front, 1 inch below my normal neckline. I don't want it to be very straight. Okay, so cutting, no measurement for the width or whatsoever. The measurement is already big the way I want it. It's already big, so there's nothing to measure again. It's just the armhole that we're going to cut and the neckline, and that is it. Everything is set, but I want to give it a little shape from the waist area, so that is why I marked the waist length. Okay, at the waist, I don't want everything to just be very straight. I just want it to have some kind of shape, even though it's not going to be fitted. Let it just have a small shape by the side. So I'm going to go in by, say, 1 inch. I'm just using my hand to mark it by 1 inch or thereabouts. Then take it, connect it to the hip line and to the down part. So I'm just going to cut it. You can see it now has a small shape. You can see the way it is. Wow, this is big, 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 big. The design is not able to be at the center because of the amount of fabric that I have. If I make it to be at the center, I'm going to be at a loss. I'll have shortage, so it can just be anywhere. Now I'm using this satin colored colored satin for the sleeve. I folded into 4, like the way you cut normal sleeve, but this sleeve is quite big because I'm going to be using elastic to hold the remaining part. So marking the depth of the neckline, you just have to measure what is left after the -5, which is 4. Or you can use your gown or your blouse to measure the depth of the armhole that you need, so that this one will even make it to be more accurate. But you can see that it's exactly where I marked before. Okay, you can still take it down, but even if you take it down, I've not closed the other side, so all of them will be the same. So the remaining parts I'll have to use elastic to gather it. Yeah, that is what we're going to do, and gather the remaining parts up to 4.5 inches so that it fits around the shoulder. Yeah, this is quite easy and simple to do. You can finish this in 15 minutes is even let me not exaggerate. 15 minutes you can, yes, you can finish it in 15 minutes if you're kind of fast, but if you're not so fast, 20-30 minutes is enough to do it. So you can see how it is. Now go to the sewing machine and join them. I'm just going to bend the neckline. I'm not attaching anything to it. I'll just fold it and sew it, right? You can serge it and then use hemming gum if you want it to be that very neat. This is a tutorial purpose, but then I'm still going to wear it. It's no man's business. I'm just going to sew it like that, like that, like that. Yeah, it will still come out neat. And I'll sew the side, bend the hem the lower part, add the sleeve, and that is it. So you see what we have there? So beautiful. So if you make yours, I made a rope for this, so when I wear it, I'm going to use the rope to tie it, right? And it will give it a nice shape. So bye, thank you.